Hello, Sagittarius. This new moon in Aries, your fellow fire sign, is going to be highlighting your fifth house. Now, your fifth house is the house of creativity. It's the house of romance. It is the house of your children. It's the house that rules your expression in terms of if you are involved in any type of artistic work, a musician or a visual artist or a designer of sorts. Anything that you create that is a child of your creativity, a child of your mind or of your body, is going to fall in this fifth house. So thus our children fall in the fifth house, and whatever is going on with them will be highlighted there as well. So the fifth house also can talk about speculation and taking risks. So gambling also falls in the fifth house. Doing things that will, that take a little bit of a risk, whether it is, gambling money or investing or whatever that case might be, it all falls in that fifth house. So an interesting combination of things, but they all are in the fifth house influence. So let's take a look at sorry about that. These are brand new cards that I'm using. This is the Dreaming Way Tarot deck, and first time that I am using them for these videos. And I'm also going to be using the Art of Life deck for the Oracle card. So what is the message here for Sagittarius for this new moon cycle in Aries? What is the message for Sagittarius for the new moon cycle in Aries? Message for Sagittarius for the new moon cycle in Aries, April 7th to May 6th. New moon cycle in Aries. What's the message for Sagittarius? Message for Sagittarius. Alright, that card wants to jump out there, so let's see what it has to say. Alright, we have the Six of Pentacles in the recent past, the Four of Swords covering, the Queen of Swords reversed in the near future, the Two of Wands in the crowning position, the Two of Cups reversed in the area ruling external influences or other people, the Ace of Swords reversed in our hopes and fears area, and the Death card reversed in the potential outcome here. And as the basis of the reading, we want to pull a card here from the Art of Life deck. What is the general message here for Sagittarius? What is the base of this reading? What is the subject of the reading here? What is the message, the underlying message for Sagittarius? What is the underlying message for Sagittarius for this new moon cycle in Aries? Underlying message for Sagittarius. And we have the Eight of Cups. All right? And the message on the Eight of Cups is, in each loss there is a gain, as in every gain there is a loss, and with each ending comes a new beginning. Well, exactly what I was talking about with this new moon in Aries. This is the period of new beginnings, of things looking very differently now than they did at the beginning of 2016. So how does that apply in your life? Well, is there perhaps a relationship that may have held promise that you are now considering walking away from? Something that maybe you invested time and energy, emotion into that has not panned out the way that you hoped it would? Is there perhaps a situation that you're dealing with around your children that is causing you to need to walk away from stress or strain or heartache, or to seek some type of higher ground here, away from what you have been dealing with. In some way, you are moving on, Sagittarius, okay? That could be physically, but also emotionally and spiritually. And in that moving on, you will create a new beginning for yourself. It will not necessarily happen easily, okay? Because anytime we are outgrowing or need to separate ourselves from something that we have loved before, there is heartache there and there is pain. But often we have to find our own road, or we have to save ourselves so that we can be whole enough to affect our environment and the people around us in a positive way, okay? So let's hear what the rest of the message is here. We have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, and I feel that there has been some type of benevolent influence in your life. Someone has been very generous to you. You have been the recipient of generosity. Perhaps someone that you have been involved with has gifted you with perhaps money or assistance, support, funding in some way. Perhaps there is support that has been offered or given to you for your children, perhaps from a partner or an ex. Perhaps you have received, public support for, in your life for your children or for your situation. So some type of grant or loan or even a scholarship perhaps that you have recently received that has helped with expenses. It's not necessarily a large amount of money. We're not talking about a windfall like, say, the Nine of Pentacles or the Ten of Pentacles, but it is monies or support that have assisted you in some way to cover your expenses, and monies that you do not have to pay back, okay? These are monies that you have been given out of the goodness or out of just you having applied for something and received it, okay? Now, what is on you? What's covering you right now? Well, I feel that you are in some way recuperating from something that has taken place, and perhaps the gift or the support that you received from the Six of Pentacles has allowed you to, take a breath, to get your bearings, to, not be so stressed about your financial situation. I felt like I really needed to take a deep breath just now, and that's the vibe of this Four of Swords. You've been able to take a breather or have some type of weight lifted off you, where you are now feeling a little bit lighter, feeling like you are recovering perhaps, feeling like you can, you can take a time out to, as I said, get your bearings, see where you stand, and maybe rest. Perhaps you have not been getting enough rest, and recently you've been able to take that time to catch up on your sleep, maybe, take some naps, that you've needed because you've been overworked, or, just to try and catch your breath is what's coming to me. So there is, again, a sense of recuperating. Maybe you have had surgery recently. Maybe you have had a baby recently and you're recuperating from a C-section or something involved with childbirth. So this definitely is a period of healing and recuperation for you, and allowing yourself time to take a break from the frantic activity that has gone on around you, or even to recuperate from some emotional stress and strain that you've been experiencing, so that you can now decide what you want to do, whether you want to stay, whether you want to go, whether you want to invest more time and love and energy into it, or whether you need to walk away from a situation. There is a Queen of Swords reversed in the near future. And this Queen of Swords reversed can represent an air sign in your life, so that would be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. It can be male or female, either one. But the Queen of Swords, there's something going on with this Queen of Swords, and something is upside down with her, okay? So I feel like in the near future, you're going to need the strength that you have been able to get back during this period that you are in right now, because there may be some challenges with this Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords can be a difficult person to deal with, okay? She can be a bit of a tyrant. She can be very emotional. She can be very vindictive if she wants to. She's been through a lot in her life, and when she is upside down, she is not expressing herself from a healing aspect. She's expressing herself from the lower energy of this Queen of Swords. I call her often the cutting queen when she's reversed, because either the words that she says or the things that she does can really cut you to the bone. So I need you to stay focused and not allow yourself to be injured by this queen. Something has gone on in her life that where she has been hurt, she has been injured, and her way of dealing with that is to strike out to others and to try and cause injury sometime, either by her words, by talking about people behind their back, or gossip, or even just by outright being aggressive in her expression. So be careful around this queen. Don't allow this queen to pull you out of your peace, out of your center. Take a time out. Don't go toe to toe with this queen's energy, because it will only be a major source of stress for you. You may need to walk away from this queen. Okay, this may be someone who does not have positive energy going on in their life right now, and so they don't have the ability to express that or to give that to you. This queen can be a bit of a psychic vampire, so she can drain you with her emotionalism and with her drama. Okay, definitely a drama queen. So want you to be aware of this energy that may be coming in within the next 2 weeks, and you have been forewarned that you may need to avoid her. Okay, now what's going on crowning you? Well, we have the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands says that there is some progress that you have made, something that you have invested in. You are beginning to see, or you will begin to see, some success. Now, this could be a partnership. This could be a project that you are involved in. As I said, the fifth house rules creative endeavors. So it may be something that you have been working on that, you know, is a very personal project, a very personal work, and you are looking to see how to build upon it and how to get it out to the public. On this card, you have a person who has two wands, two staves that they are planted in the ground. You see one is already sprouting leaves here, so this is a fertile situation for you. And it is a type of situation that has the ability to become recognized by the world, to be broadcast to a larger audience. You see this person is looking out over the horizon and looking to the nearby town or castle or village there. So he or she may have already had some success and is now coming upon a new environment where they can now share this or network this project. So you may have the opportunity to do that with something that you've been working on. It could prove to be very successful, but you have to stay at it. The Two of Wands is just the very beginnings of seeing progress. You have the Ace of Wands, which is the spark of creativity. Then you have the Two of Wands, which means that something has been built upon that initial spark. But you have to keep the momentum going if you want to have this thing flourish, whatever it is, okay? What is going on in the area that rules other people in your life? Well, you have the Two of Cups reversed. And so this is how someone is either viewing you or what their influence is on you at this time. So again, we have a Cups card here that is reversed, and Two of Cups talks about relationships, about emotional connections. It could be in reference to a marriage, in reference to, a long-term partnership, or someone that you've recently met. Usually with the fifth house influence, it is more of someone that you are dating or that you have just begun seeing, or that, you're seeing a new person as opposed to someone in a long-term marriage or a committed relationship. Something may have happened that has thrown things off, and I feel that this person is feeling a bit of estrangement from you, is feeling separated, okay? The cups that you once shared have been overturned. So what has been the source of this disruption in the partnership? Could this Two of Cups refer to the Queen of Swords energy? Again, this Queen of Swords can represent a male or female working into that aspect. So, it may be that person's behavior that you have experienced in the past and that you have been trying to take a break from, that has got you wanting to be by yourself right now, be alone, take a break from the relationship, okay? And this person is feeling it. They are feeling it. They're feeling the separation. They're feeling the pain of not being able to move forward with the relationship, not being able to communicate necessarily in a loving way and make progress in this relationship. So you have to analyze if this is something that you want to move forward with, if this is something that can be saved or that can be turned right side up. Well, the Ace of Swords is here, and it's reversed in your hopes and fears area. And I feel that whatever this situation is, you are delaying making a decision about it. When the Ace of Swords comes up reversed, instead of wielding your sword of justice or your sword of decision making, you are holding back. And you're holding back from taking decisive action here. This is coming up in your fears house, so maybe you're afraid of making a decision. The Ace is a sword, so maybe you're afraid of cutting ties with someone. Maybe you are afraid of the pain that may result from that. You're afraid of having to start over with a new person in a new relationship in the future, and you're maybe saying, well, better the devil I know than the devil I don't. But there just seems to be some instability there, and someone has to make a decision. You may be the one that is fearing making that decision, but it's interesting because the Ace of Swords is landing in the area that rules your hopes and fears. So there may be a need for you to take decisive action. The Swords cards are mental activity, so it may be something that you need to think very carefully about before you wield that sword and cut ties. Is this situation something that you want to move forward with, or is it something that maybe you've had enough of and that you don't see progress on? Perhaps This is a situation where you are dealing with an ex, and there is a child involved here, and you have been dealing with so much stress from that situation. There have been some benefits that have come. Maybe you've received some support, but maybe that support was not from this partner that you need to be receiving the support from, and you're at a point where you just want to cut ties and cut communication with that person. You may be contemplating that at this point. Some type of decision needs to be made here. You are refusing to make it, but you may be forced to make it. So it may be better for you to take decisive action while you are not feeling forced to do so, rather than wait until you have no other choice here, okay? Now, the Death card is coming up reversed in the outcome, and whenever, I prefer to see the card in the right side up position, actually, because it usually means a major transformation happening, and that change is coming, and there's nothing that can be done to really stop that. When the Death card is reversed, it is saying that there is a need for change. There is a need for the death of something so that you can start new, and you can start fresh, a new life. I feel that you are delaying taking this decisive action because you're afraid of change, but change is exactly what you need to be healthy in this situation, Sagittarius. So you are being called upon to get out of a stagnant situation that you may be in, where there is no progress, where you're not seeing clearly out of a difficult situation, and make the decision that needs to be made. Again, this could go either way, I feel, because you may be moving on from difficulties with this person. Where the Two of Wands comes up here, it says that progress can be made if you stay the course, if you continue moving forward. But some type of decisive action, some conversation needs to be had, some drastic move may need to be made in order for you to now see clear of what the next move is for you. You may have to do your best to deal with someone under difficult circumstances if the benefits outweigh the stress, or if the benefits outweigh the difficulties. Only you know that here, Sagittarius. So this is a period of analysis, and you may want to try and make those decisions before Mercury goes backwards at the end of the month, and before Mars moves backwards on the 17th, because at that time it will be more difficult for you to make progress. It will be more difficult for you to have people to get help from others. When Mars is reversed, it's more difficult to get support, and more difficult to get people to see our side of the argument. And also there may be the tendency to get into more conflict because people are not listening. There is not really enough conciliatory action going on, where there's a give and take and people are kind of compromising. There is more of a difficulty of to have compromise in a positive way. So you may want to strike now while the iron is hot, and while the planetary aspects are still moving forward, rather than have those decisions taken out of your control, or not be able to make positive progress when the weather gets a little stormy and cloudy. So This is the reading for this month for you, Sagittarius. I do hope that this has helped to shine a little light on your situation, that has resonated with you. I thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. Thank you for connecting with me on Facebook. And if you would like to have a private reading, I'd be happy to do that for you, whether it is a mini reading or a full length reading. If you want more inspiration, please go to my blog on WordPress.com and become a subscriber. And until I see you again or speak with you again in the next month, which is May. I forgot which month we were in, but at that new moon cycle in May that is in Taurus, I bid you all good things, send you blessings and peace and joy and love, and of course I bid you namaste.